Hello everyone. Welcome to the first class of microeconomics. First of all, we need to discuss about the difference between the micro and the macro. One heading is microeconomics, one heading is macroeconomics. In micro it was I, in macro it was A. I stands for individual and A stands for aggregate. It means in microeconomics we are going to study about the individual concept, that is as per the consumer, as per the producer. So today we are going to start with the first chapter, that is central problems of an economy. First chapter is central problems of an economy. So our first question is, why does central problem arises? Why does central problem arises? Three reasons were there. First is unlimited wants. Second is alternative uses. Third is scarce resources. What does it mean, unlimited wants? It means that wants of the human beings are unlimited. It means one want satisfied, many more crop up. It means one want satisfied, many more crop up. Next heading is alternative uses. It means that we have multiple uses to use for production. Next heading is scarce resources. Scarce means limited resources. So these were the three problems for the central problems of an economy. First problem is unlimited wants, second is alternative uses, third is scarce resources. Now the next question is, what are the central problems of an economy? Central problem means the problem of making a choice. Central problem is the problem of making a choice. This problem is classified into three parts. One is allocation of resources. Allocation of resources means the distribution of resources. Second is full utilization of resources. Third is growth of resources. Allocation means we need to distribute the resources in such manner that there was fuller utilization should be there. Second is fuller utilization of resources, that there was no wastage of resources in the economy. Next is growth of resources. Growth of resources means means of production should be enhanced so that production should be increased. And allocation is further classified into three parts. First is what to produce, second is how to produce, third is for whom to produce. First problem is what to produce. What to produce means which type of goods we need to produce, that is consumer goods or producer goods. So this was the first problem of an economy, that is what to produce means क्या बनाना चाहिए, consumer goods or producer goods. Next is how to produce. How to produce means the method of production. Two methods of production were there. One is labor intensive technology, one is capital intensive technology. Labor intensive technology means more use of labor should be there. Capital intensive technology means more use of machine should be there. Next is for whom to produce means for whom we need to produce, that is for the rich section of the society or for the poor section of the society. These were the two headings. First is why does central problem arises? Second is what are the central problems of an economy? What was the reasons when central problem was arises? First is unlimited wants, alternative uses, scarce resources. Next is what are the central problems of an economy? First is allocation of resources. Second is fuller utilization of resources. Third is growth of resources. And allocation can further be classified into three parts. One is what to produce. Next is how to produce. Next is for whom to produce. What to produce means whether we need to produce consumer goods or we need to produce producer goods. How to produce means the method of production, that is labor intensive technology or capital intensive technology. For whom to produce means for whom we need to produce, that is for the rich section of the society or for the poor section of the society. Now the next part of the chapter. In microeconomics, we need to explain each and every heading into five parts. First, we need to explain its meaning. Second, assumptions. Third, schedule. Next, diagram. Next, explanation. Five parts. First is meaning. Second is assumptions. Third is schedule. Next is diagram. Next is explanation. So we are starting with the next heading of the chapter, that is production possibility curve, that is PPC, or it can be termed as production possibility frontier. What does it mean, PPC? Production possibility curve. PPF, production possibility frontier. It means it is a curve that shows different possible combinations of the goods that a producer can produce with given resources and given technology. I am writing down here resources were limited. I am writing down here resources were limited. I am repeating its meaning again. It is a curve that shows different possible combinations of how many goods? Two goods that a producer can produce with given resources and given technology. First heading meaning here. It is a curve that shows different possible combinations of how many goods? Two goods that a producer can produce with given resources and given technology. Next heading is assumptions. First heading is rational producer. Rational means wise. Producer is wise here. Wise producer. Only two goods are produced. Next is resources are limited. Resources were limited in the economy. Next is technology is constant. The last is ambition is rising. This concept we need to study in the next class or at the last of this class. Now the next heading is schedule. First meaning is clear. Assumptions were clear. Next is schedule. Schedule. Now the next part is schedule. What we need to do, we need to show two combinations of two goods. That is good Y and good X. Schedule means a table that shows combinations that a producer can produce with given resources and given technology. First combination 15. I'm just writing down 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in the increasing order means production of good X is increasing. Now the next step B. What we need to do is we need to subtract this value 15 minus 1, 14, 14 minus 2, 12, 12 minus 3, 9, 9 minus 4, 5, 5 minus 5, 0. So these were the 6 combinations that a producer can produce with given resources and given technology. Now, next heading is diagram. X-axis, point of origin, y-axis. I am writing down good y here, I am writing down good x here. What we need to do, just for the understanding, I am writing down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. What you need to do is you need to prepare the diagram with the help of schedule, with the help of this schedule, with the help of scale and pencil neatly. What we need to do is first step that is 15 and 0. 15 and 0. Next step 14. I am preparing the diagram directly. This is a curve that shows different possible combinations of two goods that a producer can produce with given resources and given technology. This schedule points I have just made to know कि ये diagram कैसे बनेगा. But for the next time you need to prepare this diagram directly in this shape, that is concave shape. These were the combinations A, B, C, D, E, and the last is F. Last is explanation. PP is a curve that shows different combinations, that is A, B, C, D, E and F, that a producer can produce with given resources and given technology. Now the next most important part, that is MOC. This is the next heading, MOC. MOC means marginal opportunity cost. So first of all, what does opportunity cost mean? Opportunity cost means next best alternative use of resources. But here MOC means loss in Y upon gain in X. But I am writing down loss in Y upon gain in X. That is delta Y means change in Y upon change in X. That is loss in Y upon gain in X. It means one is falling and one is rising. I am just writing down MOC here. First is dash. Next loss in Y, 1, gain in X, 1, 1 upon 1, 1. Loss 2, 2 upon 1, 2. In the same manner, 3, 4, 5. Now, 3 situations were there. First, if MOC is rising. Second, if MOC is falling. Third, if MOC is constant. If MOC is rising, PPC is concave. If MOC is falling, PPC is convex. If MOC is constant, so the PPC is straight line. And the shape was like this. Concave means in this manner, convex means in this manner, straight line means in this manner. These situations were there. If MOC is rising, if MOC is falling, and if MOC is constant. Because with the help of this formula only, you will get number of numericals to solve, that is MOC is rising, falling or constant. If MOC is rising, shape is concave. If MOC is falling, shape is convex. If MOC is constant, shape is straight line. Remaining we will continue in the next class.